All right. Good morning and welcome back to the second session during the New York. It is 9:30 a.m. Eastern. Welcome back to the NY2, and let's get started off straight away with gold because we've pushed trades not in the currencies. They have moved one-sided uh, quite a bit now. We are waiting for a correction there. But we'll touch base with gold and then Bitcoin. We have waited quite along there. We've just pushed our first trade into the portal, and so we'll touch base with gold and then follow it up with Bitcoin, uh, Dow Jones, SPX, Nasdaq, and then the four instruments or three instruments. All right. What we are seeing in gold is either a sideways action being continued or the price action is beginning to now cut loose on the south side. I'm just going to take that arrow off the radar. Right. I think it's not free falling. Ideally, it should be free falling, but it's not free falling. Though what it has done is potential wave 1, 2, and 3 on the lower side. Let me just zoom in a bit. There you have it. That's wave 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, possibly wave 5, which will complete wave 3, and then 4 and 5. So that possibly the first impulse is underway. And if we go back deeper on a 15 minutes time frame, then we can see the similar thing. Okay, there you are. Let's try and label this. So we've got wave 1, wave 2, and wave 3, 4 and 5 possibly unfolding, and this is going to be at a minute degree. Alright, for this to hold true, if the third wave is continuing 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, ideally prices should stay below 29.15 and continue lower from here. Possibly let's try and take an extension of where the third wave would go and end somewhere around the 28.89. Let's also extend the first wave which is also showing around the 28.89 and 28.82 mark. Alright, so in a nutshell, what we are seeing here is you see that principal first support is taken out, so there's an obvious pullback which is going on. Let's try and also see if there is a trend line coming. That trend line resistance should do good to us. I can draw this trend line here, and if prices actually rally right now, then it should find resistance around the 29.1315 kind of zone. All right, that would be enough, I think. Okay, another one could be wave 1, wave 2, 1 of 3, again 2 of 3. So the third wave could be extending. You never know. All right. So the most important thing for gold, if a top is in place, it's important for gold to hold prices below 2930 and continue printing lower lows and lower highs going forward. All right. Now only time will say if that has happened or not. But on a candlestick chart, and specifically if I switch to the daily, I have to remove that wave counts, and also because alright, we can just change the visibility factor. We already have the visibility factor. I think we need to see that on a 15 minutes time frame. There's no need on hourly and days. Alright, so we are clean now. This is an amazing tool actually, visibility factor. Let's put that on a 15 minutes time frame as well. We don't need on an hourly, daily, weekly, monthly, and even ranges. Okay, so we are good there. Now, what I was trying to say is an evening star is in the making. At this point in time, it's not an evening star confirmed, but if prices continue dropping lower during the NY session, we still have the full NY session left. If it drops lower anywhere near 89 or closes somewhere around 28.89, that would be a perfect evening star for bears to continue lower and drop through the 28.10 region. All right, so that's what we are waiting for. Watch out for gold price, and that's the reason why we have precisely entered shorts again. I think in the portal we have entered around 28, 29.8, 29.10, okay, and the stop loss recommended is around the 29.60, potential profits around 28.10. So even if you have if you have taken the shorts earlier, you can continue holding those. And if you are absolutely fresh and just joining in or just tuning in, it's not a bad price to take a short call here as well, because we just sold around this price. I think just a few maybe an hour back. All right. So let's flip back to the bar charts, and let's also, or maybe let's keep it on a daily or a candle, and let's let's spend some time on Bitcoin. So Bitcoin, what it has done is, okay, it's already it's turned lower now. We went short around the I think around 90,000 mark. It's already 89,450, but it's just the beginning maybe. We don't want to be too much of complacent and or too much of confidence. There are two possible counts here which I would like to present. But first let's change it to the bar chart because we need to see the heights and lows clearly. Okay, one way to see the chart is that we've got wave 1 and wave 2 and uh, or maybe wave, let's go on a 4-hour chart, that would be go better. We need to see the sub waves clearly, that's the only intention. Yeah, so we've got wave 1, wave 2, and then or maybe we've got wave 1 and an expanded flat wave 2, or a running flat wave 2, and then you've got wave 1, wave 2, possibly wave 3, 4 and 5, but that could be wave 3. Alright, so we've got wave 1, wave 2, then 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, that could be wave 3. And then we've got a nice little 3-wave rally, potentially carving a wave 4. Uh, let me take this out and let me take the retracement of the third wave. Here's the retracement for wave 3. It's again the 61.8% touch. The important thing is that it has not rallied through the 100,000 mark. Ideally, if it is wave 4 which is being carved out, then it would not go around the 100,000 mark. Alright. And so if it is wave 4, then we can start counting waves here, where we've got wave 1 and wave 2, and wave 3, 4 and 5 are looking lower from here. And ideally, let's try and project where prices would go and stall. If we were to take it by the fifth wave drop, the first one is at 73 and the potential second one is at 59. Alright, so let's forget about 59 for a moment, but even if it drops to 73, I think that won't be a bad idea at all to take some profits off the desk. If I try and project the wave 5 according to the Fibonacci Elliott method, then it's kind of dropping towards the 75 zone, which is kind of matching with the 73 as well. Alright, so I think the first initial target from here, if not further lower, it's at least pointing towards the 75, 73 kind of a zone. Alright, so we would be happy to holding short positions, and possibly 73, 75 would fetch us about 15,000 points. Maybe we can book profits there. All right. So in a nutshell, what we have done is we have entered shorts again. We are also prepared to re-enter or add shorts around 98,000, just in case if it's wave 2. And the stop loss we have kept for the safety purpose on stay away from the noise. We have kept it around 111, just above that high. All right. Okay, we've not dealt with Solana yet, but an aggressive trader would want to go short here as well, or maybe hold on for a while. Yeah, I think it's showing a 5-wave decline. I don't know if that is again uh, wave 3 altogether and wave 4. Let's see if that is wave 3, wave 1, wave 2, and again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is wave 3 and 4 and 5. That could be an extended wave 3 as well. That wave 3 could go there. Alright, in that case, this is wave 4. And in that case, wave 5 is going to be print lower. Alright, not this one. Actually, wave 4 is the earlier one. This one. Alright, so let's be prepared. That could be, if the drop continues from here, the next stop for Solana is going to be below 100. Alright, but we've not dealt with Solana right now. We've only issued shorts for Bitcoin. But if you're an aggressive trader and want to go short, partial shorts can be taken now. But keep some room to go short just in case around 200, 210 zone. That's a huge difference, though. That's why I would say if you're wanting to sell Solana, you might keep a very tight stop loss just above 145 mark. All right. Okay. So and then let's pick up the Dow Jones, because we've spent enough time on currencies, and those are already pushing through the trades. Let's try and understand this count here. Okay, let's say this is wave 1, wave 2, right? And A, B, C, D, and E. So you've got wave 2 here, wave 2 there, exactly around the 44,500 mark. So would that be wave 3 complete? That's quite possible, isn't it? Where we've got wave 1. I don't think so. That could be wave 4. I think that should be wave 1, wave 2, 3, 4, and the fifth wave is on, so that the third wave is still undergoing. The third wave is still unfolding, possibly. Let me just try and check the Fibonacci extensions. That could be wave 1 over here, and here could be wave 2, a pretty sharp rally. And we are now within the third wave. Ideally, the third wave, if it is the third wave, then ideally it should go towards 41,644. And remember, we went short around the 43,000, close to 43,000 mark. Alright, so if it drops towards 41,000, that would still be the third wave, and then we are going to see wave 4 and wave 5 as well. What I'm going to do now is move the third wave towards, yeah, so we are going to see wave 3 lower, and then wave 4 and wave 5 as well. Alright, that could be the first wave of Dow Jones complete. Let me try a hypothetical target as well. Is it going to go towards the 37,000 mark, brothers? Let's check it out. 40,000, so that could be the first target. That makes a lot of sense. So we don't need to do anything except hold the short positions. The rest is being done by the market itself. But tell you what, sir, if that selling is going to be so strong, uh, any rallies, even if it's very sharp like what we just saw right now, and I would say even if it goes higher and goes to 44,000, all right, let's say we just got wave 1 and we're waiting for wave 2 to complete. Even if it goes to 44,500 levels, I mean, it's not a bad deal at all. And just go and sell there again and prepare to go short again there around the 44,000 mark already. And I'm not going to be worried about that bullish divergence. It's good for us because we are going to get an opportunity to sell higher. I mean, let's not cut the profit short right now. We sold around the close to 43,000 mark, but it's okay. Let's hold on to it right now. All right. That's the Dow Jones. SPX we haven't dealt with, but Nasdaq. But I can show you SPX. You can trade on your own as we work on the symbols. But SPX is also a great candidate to sell on rallies. I don't know if it is going to. Alright, so you've got to be a bit careful if you're selling. I don't know the exact price, but we didn't sell on the portal. But you can, if you're selling it right now, it would be a bit difficult. Had you sold around the 80, 58, 60 mark, that would have been better. Be prepared if you're even if you're selling right now, even if you're selling right now, sorry. Be prepared for a counter trend rally to materialize. I mean, and that goes without saying. I mean, a big head and shoulder reversal where you've got the neckline and just got the neckline, just enough to get the neckline, I would say, or maybe one more low, and then that's the left shoulder. It goes through the right shoulder, and then boom. All right. So even if you are selling, it's good to sell, but keep some space for a pullback. And what our friend Nasdaq has done is again maybe one more low, because I think we managed to sell around the 21,400 something mark. And maybe if it's trying to print a low or it's trying to print wave B, but be prepared for 21,400 as well. I think we sold at not 21,400. We are prepared to sell. We are prepared to add further around 21,400. We actually sold somewhere around 20,600, 700 mark. I don't remember, but you might want to check the portal there. So short in Dow, short in Nasdaq, short in gold, short in Bitcoin, all of them shorts. In a normal market, we would have been selling Euro USD as well, just to keep the analogy going. But as I said earlier as well, this time is going to be different. Why? Because despite the fact that the risk assets of stock markets are tanking and are expected to tank further, the one currency which is kind of correlated strongly with the stock markets is exactly going the opposite way, and it is still not absolutely completed its move. It's still got enough room. So Euro USD, please remain on the long side, continue to hold positions there. So we got to sit on the sidelines for a while before we can get that entry around the 620 mark. But that would be a very ideal position or ideal place to go long. All right. So that's the story in the euro. There's no change except we just moved our stop loss from 1.0200 to maybe 1.03 0350. All right. Possibly the same case in the dollar index. We have I booked all profits in the portal, so I'm waiting for another pullback, another slight pullback before re-entering on the short side again. I don't know if I'm seeing a divergence yet, not on the 4 hour definitely, but let's see if it's or not on the hourly chart. It's taking its time. The RSI, I don't know. Yeah, we've got some kind of a divergence. It's not a very strong one though. But again, yet a divergence is a divergence. So if we go by the divergence right now, we should be having some kind of a pullback materializing soon enough before before prices can drop again or continue dropping lower again. Right. So for positional traders who are still holding the short side, please continue to do so. For short-term traders who are looking to re-enter, I think 104.95, 105 would be a good place to enter. Right, if it's wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, then the 38.2% of wave 3 is where we can enter safely. Even if it goes to 38.2, even if it goes to 50%, we can enter safely. That's the range, 105, just above 105. Right. Alright, so that's the dollar index, and finally we've got pound to discuss. Tell you what, pound is again, it's not giving up at all. 2900 handle, but is it an ABC in the making on the shorter time frame? Before we go to that, the long-term traders who have been holding longs all the way from 22.50, that's where we got in on the last day, 3rd of February. And from there on, it's never looking back already. So, is it an ABC reversal or ABC corrective drop in the making? Whichever the case, the long-term traders are well poised to remain long with a position target of 3200, 3400 and higher. For intraday short-term traders or interday traders, if that is an A, B, we can expect C. Let me try and project the target for an AV boundary. So 2627, yeah, that could be a good one. 2627. Second target is too low. That is 2827. Sorry. Second target is too low. 2770. I tell you what, you can enter at either of those prices on the long side. So, all right. So pound firmly remains on the long side, euro on the long side, dollar index on the short side, gold, Bitcoin, Dow Jones, and SPX and Nasdaq all on the short side, please. All right. So with that note, let's bring it a pause here. and we'll be back again in a few hours to continue the story in the Tokyo Sydney overlap. And as always, until the next one, please do take care and God bless. Goodbye.